All right, guys, in this video, I'm going to be giving you a brief overview of the process we're going to use to shift your mindset in this program from the state that put you in your current situation to one that's going to be able to create your own reality, reach the success that you want that led you to this program, and also beyond. And it works fairly simply. So something you need to understand is that humans are unique in our ability to conceive of a future and to plan to create things that aren't actually there. We can come up with an idea or an outcome or something that has no proof and then go out and execute and construct it. It's unique in the animal kingdom, and it's the reason that we're able to build skyscrapers and go to other planets and things like that. And we're going to harness that exact power, that power of creativity, to help you shift your mindset, right? And it begins with stories, right? And we talked a little bit about stories in the previous lesson, but what we're going to do through this process is identify your negative self stories, those programs you have running in the background that are holding you back. And we're going to rewrite them, right? We're literally going to create your dream outcome on paper first. And it's okay that you won't be able to believe in it from the start, but once we get it down there, it's going to start working its way into your psyche, and you're going to start to believe parts of it and bits and pieces of it. And as you start to see success in this program from following our directions and following the habits and following the path, you're going to start to believe in that story more and more. And the great thing is that once you write one story and achieve it, it's going to build momentum so you can keep writing even greater and greater stories. Once we isolate your negative stories, we're going to confront the validity of their origin, because a lot of these negative patterns you're running are complete bullshit. There's really no reason for them. A lot of them come from our childhood or family of origin, and they were an adolescent way of dealing with a situation that's not even true. And so we're going to confront the authenticity of those beliefs and put some new stories in place. And then we're going to help you cast a new reality. Once we've confronted those past belief systems, put some new ones in place, we're going to help you construct that new plan to see where you want to go and where you want to end up very vividly, exactly what it's going to look like, how it's going to feel, where you're going to be. And then along that path, we're going to support you the entire way. We're going to keep helping you cast that story and stay on that path as you go through. And the big thing is this skill is transferable to your profession, your relationships, things like that. So we want to teach you the sustainable system as you go through the process of, identifying the stories that you're telling yourself about yourself, right? The success or failure stories that you have in place, identifying them, addressing them in a very rational way to decide how valid they are, and then shifting to a more constructive story that fits the narrative you want for your life. And I know this sounds a little out there, a little woo-woo, but it is extremely powerful. If you look at any high-level athlete or CEO or inventor or creator, right? Like look at Michael Jordan. Like before there was any evidence of him becoming the greatest basketball player of all time, he was convinced that he was on that path. He was always going to outwork people. You have to believe in something before there's any evidence of it, right? And that's what we're going to help you do. Create that story and the evidence of it. So, as humans, our history is filled with stories, and we have a particular story archetype that we call the hero's journey. And the hero's journey involves a protagonist who goes out and they are confronted with an extreme opposition, whether it's internal or external. And through the process of confronting this evil or this struggle, they find something out about themselves and they prove themselves worthy, and they come back and they're able to succeed. And what we're going to do is take that archetype of the hero's journey and cast you as the hero in that story. So if you look at any superhero movie or any of the myths and legends from ancient cultures, they are all that archetype of the hero's journey. So we're actually going to help you become the protagonist in your own story as we recreate or reinvent your mindset through this process. So to complete this lesson, what I'd like you to do is fill out the form at the bottom of the lesson. Make sure that you go into detail, but think of who your favorite hero, whether they're a fictional hero or an actual role model that you had. Describe that person, especially the qualities that they had that are most appealing to you, because those are the qualities that we're going to try to pull out in your story as well. So once you have that done, make sure you hit save on that form, and then we'll move on to the next lesson.